We start with matters health, and for almost 2 months now, clinical officers in the country have remained on strike, accusing the government for not addressing their plight. Speaking in Meru County, the officers have vowed to soldier on with their strike until the government listens to them and meets their demands. Here is Clinical Watch with the details.
With the clinical officers strike now in its 57th day, clinical officers have vowed not to return to work until the government improves their working terms. Speaking in Meru County, led by Secretary General George Gibore, the officers have accused the Council of Governors and the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Susan Nakumincha, as the main stumbling block in their negotiations with the government to find a lasting solution.
Serikali waweze kushusha kiburi chao, waweze kuja chini, tukae chini tuongee, na ndipo tutarudi kwenye kazi. Na mpaka tuseme kwamba clinical officers does 99% of the clinical work, and that is why you go all the outpatient services are closed, totally closed. They can't do surgery because I know they agreed with the KMPDU, their members are back, but one of the critical components to do any surgery or to make it operational, the theater, it is our clinical officer anesthetists who are out currently. So there is no services going on.
Hata shinda nyingi kutoka wakati tumeajiriwa, saa hizi contract iliisha, hakuna pesa, watoto wetu wanalia, we cannot feed the family. So tafadhali, ile kazi mtu anafanya peke yake, I'm the CEO, I'm the records, I'm the pharmacist, I'm everything in the dispensary.
One of their demands is the employment of universal healthcare UHC workers on permanent and pensionable terms, arguing that this will be the solution to the current shortage of clinical officers in the country.
We are one of the counties that is highly affected in terms of shortage. Currently, we are having over 72 facilities with only one officer who happens to be the UHC officers. And therefore, when you talk about having our colleagues in the UHC being converted to PNP, we mean good for the population in Meru County. We mean good for those facilities so that they cannot be closed up.
The clinical officers have also condemned the Embu County government for what they claim is ignoring a court order to reinstate them on the payroll.
And it's quite unfortunate that even though other health workers are at work, in Embu currently we are not even able to do, other than emergency surgeries, other form of surgeries are not being able to be done because clinic officers are on strike, and outpatient services as well are not being able to be done because clinic officers are on strike. And it's quite disheartening because the government of Embu has failed to obey the court order that was recently issued against ordering to be returned to the payroll.
They were supported by their colleagues in Marsabit County who are complaining about similar issues, including the continued delay of their salaries.
Marsabit has its own issues. Apart from the national issues, Marsabit branch has its own issues like perennial delays of salaries for the past 3 months, including one of the missing November 2023 salaries.
Finik Oluoch, KTN News.
And on matters education, the standoff between the junior secondary schools intern teachers